What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Ski, and alongside Antonio Fiore, Salestrina. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
I'm horrid.
I think that I subconsciously would be able to do that intro like in my sleep now.
I don't know why people keep tuning back in. It's not for our picks.
No, it's definitely not for our picks. It's because we're entertaining
I'm
as we give horrible picks.
Antonio. I'm horrid lately. I could not throw a rock in the ocean if I tried.
Well, I went right back to one.
We fucking suck. I did 0-3. I've done no better than 1-2 in 5 weeks of the season.
I played the first
It's like
at
this.
least one or two of us.
Yeah.
are performing well.
Is your mic on? Turn it on.
Wow.
Is that on?
Yeah.
That would be
Oh,
on.
that's on.
Good catch off the
I
bat.
feel that was a great catch. I feel like in the last
Right after I said that shit about the
Not
audio.
like the first 2 years that we did the podcast.
One of us
the
sucks
three-
at the beginning.
No, there was one or two of us that was doing well.
Oh yeah,
I feel like as of late, I'm doing well.
Nolan's been doing good.
I went 2-1
You have a
again.
positive record?
Oh yeah,
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 5-1 the last 2 weeks.
I've been so embarrassed of my performance. I haven't recapped the last 3 weeks. So
I was gonna say I feel like I did well on picks last week, but
once I have a good week, then I'll go back and listen.
So I was procrastinating. Every
It's a
week we
lot
go
of- it's
by,
gonna be a
it's just
lot of
another
fucking
week that
homework.
he has to listen
you gotta
to.
go back and look at all the scores.
Yeah, I'm
It's
good.
just more-
Oh, I you could tell me at any game and I could tell you the spread and what
Yeah,
the score
that's
is.
true.
But-
That's true.
You
Yeah.
probably it's sports.
Okay.
It's probably not the most like boring
Sal's
thing
all
ever.
Asperger's when it comes to that stuff.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing. I don't care about football right now. We have the best baseball story to tell you. The best.
Yeah, we'll start with
Let
that.
me at least say it from my point of view. So I'm here watching Monday Night Football with Nolan, or Sunday Night Football with Nolan. Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Right? Sunday Night Football.
No, Monday night.
Was it Monday night? Okay.
Packers
Monday.
game?
You were
Packers.
driving,
Okay.
you were
what's the
driving
Packers
home.
game?
Yeah,
You were
I
driving home.
ended up putting baseball on that night.
So Raiders Packers, and we're like kind of clicking back and forth, and we're going back and forth from that to the Dodgers game, and we're talking about it, and I was like, is the team of destiny the Diamondbacks? Like, you know how we always think like team of destiny, and it's like always that like one random team
Yeah.
that's like not. So we're watching the game, and Diamondbacks are up 4-1 or 3-1 or something. And I'm like, they're really gonna beat the Dodgers again. Like, this makes no sense. So then Nolan starts telling me a story. Nolan's like, yeah, like I was outside and going to get my food or whatever, and blah blah blah. And I go outside and I look on the porch, and there's a snake on the porch. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm trying to put it in this thing and blah blah blah, and it crawls under the patio, and now I couldn't get it out and whatever, yada yada. So he just tells me that story, and like I'm not thinking about it, right? I'm like for like 2 minutes I'm not thinking about it, and then I shit bricks. I looked over at Nolan. I was like, Nolan, what did you just tell me? He was like, there's a snake on the patio. I go and I point at the screen.
The Diamondbacks.
Serpentes.
The Diamondbacks.
I was like, they showed up to your door to tell you. Like, literally, they showed up, and like, we're winning the World Series. The Diamondbacks are winning the World Series now.
They better complete the fucking sweep tonight.
I mean, I bet
if
I
they
bet them
lose
so
tonight, they're
fast.
losing the series.
Yeah, I did too.
I opened
Oh
DraftKings
wow,
so
that's
fast.
crazy. Both you guys did.
8-1. I done my 8-1.
I had a profit boost. I got them at 10-1.
Yeah, I mean, they were like the best team when the year started, so maybe
They were really good at the
They started
beginning.
the year the best
Yeah.
team. They finished the year the best team.
But like, it didn't click for the first like minute or two, and then I was like, holy shit, he did not just say there was a snake.
Yeah.
The ALCS will be like the Battle of Texas, and then the NLCS will be the Battle of the A teams.
Oh,
I mean,
Arizona, Atlanta, Philly's not winning. No.
well, what
It
is
can't
it?
happen
You're
again.
married to the Braves. You're in a long-term relationship with
I
the
also
Braves.
fucking hate the Phillies.
But like the Phillies
But
are. I said this to Nolan.
I like Harper.
I
You have
said
a lot
this
of
to Nolan.
toxic
But
relationships.
I hate them.
They're
I hate
they're
Philly.
unstoppable at home. I don't know how you beat them at home.
I agree. I really don't know either, and they have to
And-
win one game.
And if it wasn't for Austin Riley hitting that home run, they lose that game.
Oh no shit.
So,
Yeah,
like-
dude. they were looking bad.
They could be down 2-0 right now easily.
They should be down 2-0.
So I'm not saying Atlanta can't go through, but I got Philly right now, especially since it's 4-1. But things are fluid. But Arizona is the team of destiny. We're making that well known right now.
Yep.
Dude, last night when I was watching or before the Baltimore and Texas game started, they were talking about like, well, this just goes to show like when you're the Orioles, starting pitching matters. Once you get to playoffs, got to have starting pitching. And I was like, who the fuck is pitching for Texas right now? And then like 2 minutes later, like they were talking about Nathan Eovaldi, and I was like, oh yeah,
he's the fourth
Eovaldi.
best.
he's good.
He's the fourth best
really
postseason ERA since 2000, I think.
I fucking believe it.
He's insane.
He is insane.
He was their best starter when they won the Red Sox won the World Series.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. Well,
That's nuts.
Sale to an extent, but
Oh, yeah,
but
it was Sale.
Sale was Sale. He would have
Eovaldi
starts.
was the guy.
Well, yeah, Sale would have starts where he gives up 5 runs in 2 innings, and you're like, all right, well now what do we do? But
And Eovaldi, when he came in that Dodger game, when it went like
yeah, he pitched 7 innings
or whatever.
He pitched seven or 8 innings.
He pitched like a full game, pretty
yeah.
much.
Poor Orioles though.
Yeah, that sucks to see.
But it I don't want to say that's expected because it wasn't expected, but it's like they're a young team. They're not just gonna like come through the playoffs. And,
I
like,
know,
know
but
what
then
to
at the
do.
same time, you're like, Jesus Christ, they won 100 games.
Yeah,
They were the best team in the AL all year.
they'd never been
The
swept
whole
with
year.
Adley Rutschman as a Oriole, like as a professional. So this was the first time they've ever gotten swept.
And
That's
the first
crazy.
time for
Like,
everything,
like,
right?
in like in the regular season,
They
they had
didn't get
never
swept at all.
gotten swept.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a first for anything.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, okay.
So Texas and Houston, if that's what the matchup is, I'm guessing you would say Houston.
Yeah, things get worse.
It's 6-1. Wow.
Real
Phillies?
Muto doubled.
Phillies.
US Center. Oh, they're pouring it on in the third inning.
Go Phillies.
So, but that's so weird because before this game, I mean, if the score holds up, the Phillies aren't definitely going to win. But like before this game, the Braves were the favorite to win the World Series.
Oh yeah, I think they were like the clear favorite.
It was
They
like
were by
plus-
far.
It was like plus 250.
They should have been.
But like the series is still going on. Like I don't know. I just thought that was a little strange, but
Yeah, well, and like you said, they could easily be down 0-2 right now.
I wonder what they are now because you can still bet it live. So I'm going on now to see what it is.
It looked like you see the celebration last night when Castellanos hit like a double. He went to second base. you gave him the ring
oh,
finger.
you want that? Oh,
But it looked like he flipped him off.
Yeah.
It was funny. But that's actually like a clever thing. Like guys have like their like they get to second base like celebration hand
Yeah,
signals.
they
or
do
whatever.
some crazy.
wow.
This is clever because they want a ring.
They're down to plus 500, so their odds have like doubled basically. They were like 250 now.
Dude,
they're
I wonder
500.
who's is like Texas now. It's got to
Houston.
be Houston now. Fuck them, dude. What a bunch of pieces of fucking.
Well, it's gonna
shit.
change when
But if it's Houston versus the Diamondbacks are winning.
Wow,
Yeah,
I love that. Texas Diamondbacks. Or
I
that's
hate
icky?
that World Series.
Texas Diamondbacks.
I
or
hate
Hu-
it.
that'd be gross. I just don't think there's any scenario where Houston isn't in the World Series.
Why are they
That makes
always
me
in it?
sick.
They're just always
that makes
in
me
it.
We
absolutely
said, dude, it's
sick.
their staff. They just have an amazing.
You know what I was
coaching
thinking
staff.
about? I today was like 3 years to the day of that Benintendi catch against Houston to win
Yeah.
that game. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then all I had to think about was like, oh wow, like Houston was cheating, but like how hard were the Red Sox just cheating better at the time? Like now the score is just like, oh.
Yeah, they beat them four. They beat them
like,
four.
on. Made it better.
Like they had some close games, but like in the grand scheme of things, the Red Sox kind of shit on them.
The Red Sox mowed teams down that year. They were the best team easily.
Yeah,
by
they won
far.
like 107 games.
It was 109, I think. It was something
I think
ridiculous.
It was something between that. I don't know. They were beating every team. They won every game like 11-4. They didn't even need to have good pitching.
Yeah,
Like normally when the Red Sox are bad, they still score runs, but like their pitching was just like
I mean they lost like
enough.
they
That was
lost
the year.
4 games that whole postseason run.
I think it was less.
yeah, it might have been less.
Yeah, I mean like
They lost one game to the Dodgers and one game to the Astros, and I think that was it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, they swept the Yankees. They played the Yankees. They swept them.
Yeah, they won 16-1 that one game.
Oh, God, I remember that. who did we win in the wild? Oh, we beat the fuck out of the Twins again. That's right.
You love that.
All
I was
right.
like, who did we
The
beat in
Twins-
the wild card game?
The Twins are done
Oh,
tonight.
it might have been the A's that year. Actually, I don't know.
The Twins
Doesn't
are
matter.
the Twins are done tonight.
Yeah,
Or
Joe.
if not game 5.
Joe Ryan's starting. So.
He's all right, but
who?
who cares?
All right, let's
Jose
move on.
Urquidy.
Let's move on to the
for
shit that
Houston.
matters.
It doesn't matter because
National Football League.
we suck.
It matters.
Nat Foot.
We just hate the Broncos every week.
I mean,
Well,
say yourself, dude. I don't fucking take the Broncos every week.
He said I'm off my game because the most sell spot
am
ever
I
was,
stupid?
was to take the Jets. And I feel like the most south spot was to take the Broncos last week.
No, I disagree.
No way.
What?
Do you know who the Broncos are playing this week?
Yeah, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, yeah.
They're
Isn't
playing
it week?
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
They're playing tomorrow.
Oh, never mind. Next week.
Who are they playing next week?
The Packers.
Ugh.
God damn, it's the Antonio Bowl.
That is the Antonio
That's
Bowl.
like the left arm and the right arm.
You just have to bet the over
And,
in that game. You can't even bet a side.
Just don't bet that game.
No, I'm not going to bet that game.
Did you lose every bet you put in Sunday? Thinking about it?
No, I only bet on the Cowboys.
Oh. We got fucked on that. Nice. you definitely bet the Packers, though.
No, I didn't.
There's no
Wow.
way you wouldn't have bet the Broncos either.
No, I didn't bet the Packers. I didn't bet on the Broncos.
Okay, but
either.
okay, let's go back to this though.
I didn't. The only bet I placed on Sunday was
Cowboys.
Dallas
Wouldn't the
Cowboys.
most South thing to take the Jets in that Broncos game?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the whole shit that happened in the preseason.
But I
Oh
thought
no, I don't know.
I thought that would favor Denver.
Why?
Because
it's the Jets. Like, what was that gonna
but it's
fire
Sean,
them
it's Sean
up?
Payton and Russell Wilson. It's not like it's like. It's
I don't-
not like it's Bill versus the Jets.
I
Like
don't
it's,
know.
Russell
They-
Wilson's a legendary NFL figure.
I'm
and
just-
so is Sean Payton.
I'm just so tired of betting on the sorry teams, like betting on the Broncos.
Yeah,
You
but we
love
love
the
it.
Jets every week.
Oh my god.
You love the Jets every week.
And then the
this
one week that they're like superheroes, I don't bet on them.
I could not believe when we did the podcast you did not pick them.
just
It was the most surprising thing.
just
to me.
put a dick in me. Like, I hate my life. Like,
Don't tempt me, bro. All right, what else we got from week 5? I mean, Chicago beat the fuck out of Washington. Washington looked bad.
that was just a weird game.
That was a weird game.
That
I
was
think Chicago, as bad as they are, they did figure something out on offense. It's clear because this week and the week before, like they were moving the football, getting yards in the air and stuff like that. So
I still don't know what their forward-looking plan is, and realistically, they're not going to do anything.
it's in
but-
shambles. But I mean, hey, they're playing some good football recently in the offensive side.
Ugh. The Bears.
Yeah, no, they're probably gonna get their asses kicked. again this
I'm
week.
I'm still
I don't- I'm
I'm
not-
still
I
not
don't think
convinced
they're
that Justin
good.
Fields is bad.
I'm not convinced he's good in the least bit. Like
I'm
people,
not convinced he's as bad as people say he is, though.
like they looked like shit this week, but people were starting to say like Jordan Love is worse than Justin Fields. Are you kidding me?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Jordan Love isn't that good.
He's not that good, but he's had some really good moments this year.
But I also don't think Justin Fields.
Fields I've seen suck for 2 years.
I don't think Justin Fields is that bad though.
Maybe not in the right scheme.
Like you think about like the team that was around him last year when they won like 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible, but
The team around him now isn't that much better. The offensive line's still shit.
I don't know, but like
maybe he just needs some direction, and he's not getting any direction there. But
Well, yeah, Eberflus is terrible. I mean, I don't know. I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced that he's dog shit.
I'm not convinced on anything on the Bears. Like they're just there existing.
What else? The Jags might have to move to London.
Well, that was like such a London spot. Like they were already there for a week, and the Bills had to travel and all that kind of nonsense. Like that was just set up for the Jaguars, and like the Bills kept it close too.
But are they like the best team ever in London? Like, are they just?
Well, they know what to do. They've
Didn't the
been over
NFL say that they wanted to move a team to London?
there. Yeah, their goal is to eventually have them in London one day, but that just isn't conducive to.
I mean, if any team were to go there, the Jags should sign up first.
You would have such a home field advantage. You would win every home
yeah,
game.
that's very true. But like, who are you signing? Like when it comes to free agents, no one's gonna want to go.
Nobody's
play
playing
there.
for the London Jaguars.
No,
Nobody.
you're not.
No.
I mean,
I think it's very
they
unrealistic.
don't really attract free agents that well now. But I mean, at least it's getting better. But I mean, being that far away, no, I don't.
And I was
think-
talking
don't
with
think
him
dudes
about this.
wanna
Can
do
we
that.
stop having an overseas game every week?
Yeah, there's another one this week. We were just talking about that.
Well, they're not. They stop at like week 8 or week 9.
yeah,
no,
but there's
so
more
there's
this year.
there's one this week, and then there's none until week 9, and then week 9 there's a game in Germany.
And it's the Dolphins and Chiefs.
And
And
then,
it's the Dolphins and Chiefs.
And then week like 13, it'll be like in Mexico City or something.
Like, can we stop with this nonsense?
I don't know. They need money.
It was cool when it was one game a year, and now that it's like 5, I'm like, can we not?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, okay, then you don't have an extra game in the 1 o'clock slot or the 4 o'clock slot.
Well, Dolphins Chiefs in Germany. That's
gonna be.
well, that's so dumb that it's in Germany.
Oh,
And it's at 9:30 in the morning. Like, that should be a prime time game.
Chocolate. Just chocolate.
Just like do the NFL, bro. I just don't get it.
You know who's really good?
Who's really good?
The Patriots.
Yeah, they're really good.
34-0.
So Bill takes the 2 worst losses of his career as a head coach in back-to-back weeks. If I'm not,
What's
would
the
be
future
correct.
plan for them? Get into it with me, Sal. What's the future plan
I
for
don't.
the
Well,
Patriots?
also I can't wait for the Jones off.
The
Jones off
off
will be
It
just
might be Zappy Jones by that point.
No.
Zappy looked
It might be
horrid.
Tyrod and Zappy actually, but we'll
Zappy
see.
looked horrid.
Malik Cunningham.
The forward-looking plan for them is lose as many games as possible in the best draft pick this year. But Bill's not going to want to play that game. But they might also be bad enough where they're going to
They
lose.
do get a top 5
yeah,
draft pick.
they're going to lose.
I'm
that
still
many.
not convinced that they would do anything with that pick.
You have to draft offense. It's either Marvin Harrison or Caleb Williams. That's the pick. Yeah.
Well, there's no way they're getting Caleb Williams.
They would have to lose every game the rest of the way.
Marvin Harrison.
They're not
kid
doing
plays
that.
For the Pats.
They play the Jets again. There's no way they're doing that.
Yeah.
And Bill's not going to like tank the last game of the year against the Jets. He's not going to do that.
I don't know. I'm in this place where I don't care and I just want them to lose. But at the same time, they're going to go like 4-13 and not get that good of a pick.
Yeah, I just it's a weird one because I think it might be time for Bill to go.
He might go to a different team, Antonio.
Belichick.
I could really see it.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be the
He was
Giants.
thinking
now.
he
Now
goes
it's
to the
rooting for that
Chargers.
for a few years.
He was thinking he goes to the Chargers once Brandon Staley's out of there.
Yeah, but I don't think he goes to like a dog shit franchise.
They're not dog shit franchise.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're a bad franchise, but like, what's like their big weakness? Discipline,
Coaching.
defense, special teams. You put him in there and have Herbert just do what he does.
I don't know where else would have a. Oh yeah, that's an established quarterback already.
Because
That's
I
true.
think it's established that he definitely wants to beat Don Shula's record. And
he
like
needs 18 wins to beat Don Shula's record, and at this rate, it's going to take him like 4 years on the Patriots.
What if the Vikings coach gets fired?
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
I don't hate that either. But the thing with the Vikings is I'm sick of their zone coverage defense, that bend don't break defense. It's so like
Speaking of that,
play man coverage
No,
like
but
once, like one snap.
the Chiefs were getting whatever they wanted.
That's what I'm saying.
They were just they were playing pitch and catch on Sunday.
When you have a smart guy like Travis Kelce who knows how to read the defenses in a zone coverage, why are you playing zone coverage?
The
every
Chiefs
time?
had like 1st and 25 on the 40, and they in like 2 plays it was like 3rd and 2. It's like
Yeah. It's like they're protecting against the home run ball every play. It's like you gotta man up at some point.
Yeah.
You gotta put double coverage on Travis at some point.
their defense hasn't been good in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's pretty awful anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's like this bend don't break
Well,
business.
they're a team that's just been like, what happened to you? Like, I get they won a lot of 1-score games last year, but like they're just not good this year. Here, I want to ask you a question. Who is the NFL MVP right now?
Is it Tua or is it?
Probably Tua.
There's a lot of Brock Purdy chatter.
Oh, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, dude, Brock's really good.
Why is he? Is it just because of his system that why he's not
What
getting
about-
the recognition he deserves?
Yeah.
That hurts. I think he's starting to.
He is starting to. I do agree with that. And I think because everyone's like, oh, it's like he just dumps the ball off every play to Christian McCaffrey. It's like
Yeah, but that's not.
a lot of these
necessarily
teams could
true.
probably do that and be successful,
Yeah.
but they
Right.
don't. You know,
But it's not like he's dinking and dunking like every single play. Like they're
Yeah.
throwing the ball like 15, 20 yards downfield.
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely
slants from
disagree.
Ayuk, 10-yard out to fucking Kittle. It's
The Brock Purdy hate doesn't make sense to me.
No, I think
Oh,
he's a
it
good
doesn't make sense.
quarterback.
I think he's a good quarterback too.
I would say it's either Purdy or Mahomes is the favorite right now.
Which like
Yeah, but I was saying
it's like LeBron he's just always.
I was
in
saying
there.
to Nolan, Mahomes is actually getting outperformed in every single stat category that's not like rushing by Russell Wilson. He has more touchdowns.
gross is that?
Yards.
Really?
Less,
You hated that.
Less interceptions. Higher completion percentage.
Oh.
Higher passer rating.
That makes me ill.
Right?
That makes
Isn't
me
that
That's
crazy?
why
ill.
I don't get why he's the favorite.
That's disgusting.
Well, I mean,
really
because we're
bad.
still in week, I don't know, whatever, and
That's weird.
I hope it's not him.
That is weird. That he's like not really having the statistics this year,
Yeah.
and he's still favored.
Very interesting.
When you have people like Brock Purdy, you know, I mean, yeah, Tua. I mean, who else? Who else we got?
That's really a
Jalen Hurts.
like that's the top 4, but I don't think anyone past that can really like Josh Allen if they like roll through the rest of the year, but he's looked good. He's looked really
Well,
good.
yeah, I get Allen good.
What about our boy Jared Goff? How come he's not getting any like?
Jared Barf, I don't know.
He's not barf right
No.
now though.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
he's
know.
been playing well.
I'd still, he's playing really well.
He's been
and
playing really well.
Yeah.
I'm a Goff advocate, but I
Yeah.
mean, there's still, I'd say 3 guys.
I'd
that
say
are-
you're a Goff addict,
I'm a
honestly.
really?
Yeah.
I haven't
No,
really got on.
I wouldn't say that because
you.
you were right though. Like he's been
No,
playing
but
good.
Yeah.
you didn't have an addiction and be right. Like
I just got pissed at you guys like in the beginning of last year.
Just trying to think of a situation where you're an addict and it's so,
No.
like okay.
No, it's not like I needed to bet on. Like I wasn't betting on Jared Goff all the time. Like not that.
What
No,
if,
no,
what if
I
he
know.
is Jared Goff?
he
You
might
guys,
be.
yeah, you guys would.
I've
just
never
shit on
seen
him, and I
Antonio
was
and
like, what the fuck?
Jared Goff in the same room, so I can't confirm or deny that.
He's just like
I
when he
just-
leaves here,
I
he goes
grow-
straight
yeah.
to Detroit.
I leave here and I grow like 5 inches, and
He was getting real nervous when you went to Detroit this weekend.
You're to find
He was gonna see you there.
find out your secret. Everyone, there's a Red
that's
Wings.
probably how I would play quarterback if I was a quarterback.
True. There's a Red Wings game going on, so all the Red Wings fans were out in a boot.
Out in a
Boot to
boot.
boot. Have we ever talked about how that's probably the coolest logo in like the 4 major
No.
sports?
The Red Wings?
The
Yeah.
Bruins logo is.
Well, your
No.
jerseys. I love
I
your
thought-
jersey.
Yeah.
I hate them too. I fucking hate the Red Wings, but that's the coolest logo.
No, I don't hate the Red Wings. They do have a cool logo, but it's just not as good as the Bruins logo.
Their fans were getting horny before the game. Like they were
They
loud.
have a good fan
They
base.
were loud before
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, dude.
Detroit is a good like sports town.
It is.
There was a lot.
I mean, Red Wings are very historic.
It's
too,
just a
so, I mean,
shit
they have
city.
a
That's all.
Very loyal fan base.
There's a lot going on that night. That concert was like, I get there and the line is literally wrapped around the building. Like it went down a block and then down another block, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding?" Then we're leaving that concert and we're in a parking garage and I'm on the 6th floor.
Oh yeah.
Does not move for an hour.
Yeah.
Like literally does not move for an hour. I was like, "That's great."
Well,
But
you know,
we had fun. We had a good time.
Sal
Okay.
went to Detroit and he came back.
Somehow in one piece. Didn't get lost.
the Motor City.
Motor City.
You're motoring.
Dude, I'm driving home and driving there. I saw 2 state troopers in 22 hours of driving
Mm.
sitting on the road. I just thought that was insane. Like they just don't.
I noticed when I drove to Michigan, you don't see any in like Connecticut, New York State, or like I guess the Cleveland area. But once you start getting into Ohio, there are so many. I drove through there and they have like what would be like a state highway. It's like 4 lanes across, and they have like notches in the medians where like a cop would sit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was driving through there, or maybe it was Michigan, I can't remember if it was Ohio or Michigan, but there was one stopped, pointing their gun, looking.
Oh, wow.
Like every third one.
Ohio is the flattest thing you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that's Midwest, man.
Oh my god, it's literally
It's-
just
It
like
does nothing. That's how it is out there.
I
It's
was
crazy.
for like 500 miles. It's just flat.
From there to fucking the left of Nebraska,
Yeah,
it's just flat.
I think a lot of people forget that like most of our country is just nothing.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, but like driving through it, I'm like, oh,
But like, how much is there though, where there's something?
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot where
even-
there's something, but it's
dude,
in a confined space.
Florida, so flat. It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Florida's very flat. Yeah.
Florida's the flattest state, actually.
Florida's
What
the
is the-
fattest state.
What is the flattest state?
In Florida, 100%.
I don't believe that.
I don't have to look it up.
Is there something that can quantify that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the lowest. When it comes to sea level,
God bless
lowest.
you, my sweet
I think it
friends.
has the lowest, highest point in the whole country
Flattest
as well.
state. Oh my God, it's Florida.
You're good. You're good.
It's both the flattest and the flattest looking state. The least flat states are California, Washington, and Utah.
Yeah,
which
that
makes sense.
Yeah, no, but also like Ohio's highest point is called like something hill. I usually think it's so weird. Like, I think when I was going to bed, like I had YouTube on or something, and it shows me sometimes it'll show me like a bunch of geography shit.
Yeah.
And I was falling asleep watching this like highest point by each state in Ohio was like it was called like something hill,
Interesting.
and it was like I don't know,
Driving
300 feet in the air above sea level or something.
Yeah,
It's nothing.
Driving through when we were in Mass, there was a sign and it was like highest point east of South Dakota. So somehow like somewhere in Massachusetts it's like really high up there, but yeah, this is like a 20% geography podcast if people haven't got onto that.
Yeah,
we do have like this weird love for geography.
We get a little bit more into it every week.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
so Florida, Illinois, North Dakota, Louisiana, Minnesota, Delaware, Kansas. Those are all like
Well,
the
even when you
flattest.
get into like Western New York enough, once you get past all the Adirondack business.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that North Dakota is very flat because I feel like there's a lot of mountains.
New York is massive.
New York's huge.
You don't think about that,
and
but like New York's,
everybody lives in the city.
yeah,
Everybody.
but
Yeah.
like
Way more people live in the city than they do anywhere else in that state.
I was in Buffalo, and you're still like 4 hours out to go to Ohio. It's like you don't think that. Like
Yeah.
when you're like, I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
like Syracuse. Like
Yeah.
Syracuse,
far
is,
from everything.
Syracuse is deep.
Yeah.
And
Even like Albany is like
So-
deep.
dude, all the towns out there, even in upstate New York, it's all like centralized. Like if
And it's
if,
all like farmland.
if the restaurants are there, then everything else in that town is there, and then it's just going to be like nothing. it's-
Albany sucks. Albany's
Yeah.
terrible.
Albany sucks.
It's like
Yeah.
worse than Hartford.
My girlfriend asked this on the trip, and I didn't really know how to answer it. How do they pick state capitals?
How do
Like,
they pick them?
How'd they
Yeah.
go about that?
When it just comes to like establishing cities or something, I don't know how Albany got it over New Amsterdam way back in the day, but maybe they just didn't have New York formed as a state.
That just seems weird, right? Like Albany, New York is the capital.
It is strange. I'd
I don't
say
know.
it probably mostly has to do with like
I mean, it was probably established a long time ago before the other.
There's
major
no way it's like
cities
the
were
first town
developed.
established, right? Like that can't be right.
no, because it maybe more of like a some yes and some probably no, but I would think some have to do with like strategic like geographic location when it comes to like trade by boat, accessibility to whatever plot of land.
What
that
boat is getting to Albany?
The fucking Hudson River goes up there, man.
This goes to New York City too. New York City's on the Long Island Sound. If I'd say,
I'm not saying I.
Your
I have
your
no-
point, New York City
I'm
would
looking
be,
at
have no idea.
I'm looking it up right now.
would be the capital.
I have no idea why it would be Albany over them, but it's got to be something historic. They're
Or
like,
like-
big cities and everything. They're like strategically
Well, the
like
capital,
where harbors are and things like that.
Well, the capital of Florida
Tallahassee.
is like in the
Yeah,
north, like
no, it's
Panhandle,
weird.
isn't it?
It is strange.
I don't know.
I really
feel
don't
like
know. I
that's
couldn't
very
tell you how they pick capitals.
Most state capitals were chosen by the state legislature, but some were chosen by governors or by popular vote. Okay.
You can vote on what your state
Yeah,
capital
for the
is.
most part.
Can we have a revote? Let's make Enfield the capital of.
I mean, besides like the bot states like Connecticut, a lot of the times the
We are a
capital,
bot
Yeah, we
state.
are, but a lot of times the capital is not the most populous city.
What's the most bot state?
Oh, Delaware.
Really?
Delaware's a fucking
I was
bot.
gonna say Delaware.
What
Sal,
happens there?
there's nothing going
What
on
re-
down there.
What
Sal.
reason do people have to go down there? Like
And Joe
there's
Biden's from there. He's
You
a
know-
bot.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's a bot.
like you could say there is no reason to come to Connecticut, but at least we're like, I mean, there's history.
Yeah,
You know what?
we were
there's-
one of the
there's-
we're the Constitution state.
You know
There's
what my
no
What's
answer was?
reason.
Delaware?
There's no reason to go to Delaware.
You know what
There's
my
no-
answer was?
What?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's a bot state.
That has
Yeah,
to be
that
a
could
bot
be a bot
state.
state.
I feel like all the Midwest countries are easy to say though.
Countries.
Or states, sorry.
Midwest country states are good countries.
Yeah.
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 All right.
I think Michigan.
Washington. Washington's a bot state.
Washington's definitely
No, Oregon. Oregon more than Washington.
Everyone's just doing heroin. in
They're the same
Oregon.
thing.
That's all that happens.
They are.
Oregon and Washington are pretty much the same thing.
Montana and Idaho are cool though because there's a lot of.
They're not bots.
They're not bots.
Those people
They
are
got-
smart for
yeah.
living out there.
Can we just move to next week? We don't need to. I mean,
that was a while this time.
yeah. No. Let's just do it. Denver.
We need to have someone sitting in the corner to like snap their fingers.
Snap
and be
us
like,
back,
Come on,
yeah.
guys.
Oh, West Virginia's a bot.
There's no reason to go there.
Denver at Kansas City. Denver's a 10.5 point underdog. Over under is 47.5. Oh God, here we go, John.
Kansas City has beat them 15 straight times.
Well, it's gonna be 16.
Oh, it's in Kansas City. Yeah, they're not covering.
They're not covering. They haven't covered
Yeah,
all
but they
year.
don't score.
They have not covered all year, Antonio.
They haven't. Yeah, that's true. But they also haven't allowed more than 21 points in a game. I don't
Well,
think.
listen to this one.
Kansas
Or
City?
20. Yeah.
Jeez.
Thursday. So, home teams on Thursday nights are 19 and 31 against the spread since 2020.
19 and 31.
Yeah, I don't care.
Home teams on Thursdays are really bad
What?
against the spread.
That shocks me.
Okay, well, this time I don't give a shit, and it'll be 20 and 31 after tomorrow because Kansas City's defense is really good, and it's enough to, make the Broncos look like shit along with the Broncos being in Kansas City, which is a terribly hard place to play at nighttime.
Also, too, Denver's
like it.
defense has just been so bad.
Oh, that too. Even like Kansas City's offense hasn't looked great. Even if they put up 27 or 28 points, this Kansas
This
City
could be a
defense could
shootout.
this Kansas City defense could easily hold Denver under 15 points in Kansas City.
No, I think over. I think this might smash the over. What's the over?
47.5.
So I know that unders have been better in the night games, but this just screams like a shootout type deal. Denver has been scoring points. Their defense has been giving up points. Kansas City's defense, Kansas City's offense,
Yeah.
right? Why is Kansas City's offense
I don't know, because they don't have a big playmaker, so it's just
Yeah.
5 yards every play.
I feel like
Pacheco's been good.
Pacheco's been good. Obviously,
just don't have,
Kelsey's
a
still the man. But I don't
Yeah.
know. Their receivers, it's just kind of ever since Tyreek Hill has left.
There's no
since the
big
beginning of
plays.
last year. It's also kind of been a rotation of
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, Valdez Scantling.
I'm going Denver here, just because I have to stick to my program and regimen.
I'm also going to take Denver here.
I don't love the pick, but
I think, I don't know.
Well,
Why
You guys aren't
why
very
can't
good
the
friends
Broncos
for
cover this
picking
10
the Broncos in front of a struggling.
at it, I
yeah.
mean, it's good over here. We can
And
do
the last two times Kansas
just
City and
one fucking
Denver.
hit? One more hit.
One more.
Yeah.
Come on. For all time's sake.
One more hit.
What's one more? What's one more? You said you had to pick them until
No.
they covered.
Yeah, and I broke that promise the first week
Why?
because
Did
I
you not-
picked against them.
It wasn't.
Yeah,
the,
well,
it wasn't the Jets.
It wasn't the Jets. It was the week before that.
You've picked them every week since.
Come
then.
on, just then when they cover, you're gonna be upset. Come join the team.
No, I don't think they're gonna cover.
Come on.
Kansas City hasn't blown anybody out all year, and they love
Like,
to
come on,
blow.
he's like,
They love to blow out Denver.
All right.
No, the last two times they've played, it's been a close game. It was 8 points the first time they played last year, and then 4 points the last time. Come on, do it.
No, we're not doing. We're not doing a round on Thursdays.
Why did Alan say, dude, Lewandowski's?
I saw that.
He said, dude, Lewandowski's grandmother's brother is Adolf Hitler. Like Lewandowski, the soccer player.
His grandma's brother.
So his great uncle.
He said, "Dude, research it."
Do your research. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. His grandmother has 2 names.
He spends way too much time by himself.
Then he said, I'm kidding, but like what?
He needs to be supervised 24/7.
He needs like the bubble wrap helmet.
He just needs to be no access to internet after 5 p.m.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Or any gambling sites.
He didn't bet the Raiders, and then they ended up winning. He's the best.
And I didn't bet the Packers.
He's the best ever at that, bro. It's crazy. Whenever he doesn't bet,
Yeah, we
they'll-
think we're bad.
No, if he doesn't bet on an NFL game, that team wins 100% of the time. Like if he's like
After
oh,
he talked all day about betting them too.
yeah, he loves that. All right, Baltimore at Tennessee.
He definitely didn't bet the Raiders because we were all shitting on him the night before too.
We need to get him back
Poor
on the
Alan.
podcast.
We do. I almost said something today, but I think he's at work still.
Baltimore
There he
at
was.
Tennessee. Baltimore's a 4-point favorite. This is in London. Over/under's 41. Awful game. Awful. This is an awful.
Yeah,
game.
Under
dude.
for
Ravens
sure.
suck. Did you know that Lamar Jackson? I think over the last 2 years leads the NFL in fourth quarter turnovers.
I believe that. I really do actually believe that.
That
He's always
team-
making a stupid play. in
team
a close
loves
game.
blowing games on offense and defense. They just can't seem to
love
put it
Baltimore
together.
in this game.
Yeah, no,
I think Baltimore
Tennessee.
covers.
I also find Tennessee repulsive, so I think Baltimore
Favorites
will
are typically good in the spot.
win
so,
and cover.
I really like Baltimore in this game.
I think they win by a touchdown.
I think they win by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, I think they'll outskill them.
All right, 1 o'clock games. This is the game that's been a hot topic in our group chat. San Fran at Cleveland. San Fran is now up to -7. They were 5 for a lot of the week.
How has this been a hot topic in your group chat?
Because Jared thinks this is the freest NFL game of all time.
Does he let the Browns?
No, San Fran.
Oh, okay. -6, 37.5. I'm guessing Cleveland's gonna have Deshaun Watson back, right?
As far as the reports are saying, no.
No, they're not. What's up with him?
We don't want to speculate. It could be anything.
That is true.
Oh, I don't know.
Um,
It's him. Like he.
That is true.
I'm taking Cleveland here because I'm Sal, and that's what I do.
I almost was gonna say, like, part of me wants to take Cleveland
It'd be
for
crazy.
no other reason besides, like, I have that gut feeling
Yeah.
tinfoil hat shit going on. But I'm also thinking, like, am I an idiot if I just don't take San Francisco?
And you guys have just
But they're-
slowly weaned off your Cleveland addiction too.
I know.
We've kicked. That's an addition we've almost fully kicked.
Well, this is like, I'm looking at it. It's like, oh, there's a couple real good defenses that are playing each other. But I mean, supposedly that's what it was last week when it was Dallas and San Francisco, two good defenses.
Yeah, and then they just got
that
that
swinged.
game
game
was
like shit.
ass.
I don't know, but this is like a 1 o'clock game on the road. Like this could be like a 14-10 game.
I think I'm gonna do it, Sal. I think I'm gonna lean toward my gut
Give me some.
and take Cleveland.
Nice.
And be stupid.
Taking the 49ers.
That's the smart pick. I mean, obviously you're supposed to take
It'd be
them there.
you know what'd be nuts is if Brock Purdy's like streak ended with Cleveland,
Cleveland, yeah.
on the road in Cleveland.
That would be the NFL though.
Weird things do happen at 1 o'clock. At
San
Cleveland.
Francisco wins
So.
11-7.
Yeah, it's a gay little score like that for sure.
That's what those are the games Cleveland plays.
This game I'm highly looking forward to.
What is it, Sal? Hit me with it.
Seattle at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's -3. Over-under's 45, which I feel like is really low for these two teams, but maybe I'm just stupid. I feel like that should easily clear the number. But
Yeah, I mean, well, okay. So, do we think the Bengals have figured it out? Are they back
don't-
on the
it
train?
looks like-
I think it's the classic, like, oh, you saw them last week and they're so good, and then they come out
Yeah,
this week
and
and they're
then the
not
Seahawks
good.
cover.
Yeah. I really, really, really like the Seahawks. in
Yeah,
this
well,
game.
I suspect that too, Sal. But
So you were reversing back?
I like the Bengals more than I like that opinion
Okay.
that I have. So I'm gonna take the Bengals because I just think that's sour. I'd love if this was role reversed, and the Seahawks are supposed to be really good, and they suck for the first few weeks, and they had a really good game, and they were playing the Bengals. I would so be saying like, oh, everybody's gonna love the Seahawks now, so I take the Bengals. But
I just think Seattle's going to move the ball really easily Sunday. And everything's going to be hard for Cincinnati.
Here's an interesting stat for you.
oh, but Cincinnati's at home. T. Higgins is coming back, I think.
The Seahawks are off a bye. This will be Smith's fourth game off of a bye in his career. His teams are 0-3 straight up against the spread.
Ooh.
2 with the Seahawks and 1 with the Jets.
Yeah, but that's the Jets. The two with the Jets don't count.
Winless QB straight up off a bye in the last 20 years. 0-4 Trubisky, 0-3 Fields, Geno, and Leftwich.
Ew.
Little shout out to Byron
I'm
Leftwich.
I'm fine with sticking with Seattle here, only because it's going to be like not like you're asking a lot for Cincinnati to cover 3, but like I feel like Seattle has to be in this game the whole time. And if you're giving me 3 points, if Cincinnati's going to win on a field goal, fine, like you at least push the number. I think Seattle has more of a chance of winning this game. I think Seattle has more of a chance of winning this game than Cincinnati does. I would take Seattle on the money line. I like Seattle here.
Yeah, I think these teams are pretty close. I'm having a really hard time picking this game.
I'm gonna stick with what I've seen this year, and what I've seen this year is there's been this trend. I mean, you saw it with the Bears, we saw it with who else did we see it with? Fuck, I'm blanking. But there's been a trend where these teams come out slow on offense, and then they figure it out, and then they figure it out for good. I think I'm going to go with Cincinnati here. It's a risky pick, but I think they might have figured something out last week. I don't think that was just a meh, one-and-done thing. If they're gonna,
they did it the whole season last year.
if they want to turn it around, and they did this last year, everyone forgets, like, they started, 0-2 last year,
Mm-hmm.
and then they figured it out and went on that crazy run. I think this could be a run here. I think this is a good chance for them to build on what they did last week. So I'm going to take Cincinnati.
I think I'm banking on that because in my innards, when I feel myself start to lean towards Seattle a little bit, I then look and see that the Bengals are at home. So I think I'm going to stick with the Bengals.
All right. Indy at Jacksonville. This is my favorite pick of the weekend.
I'm so hungry.
Indy +4. Over-unders 45.5. Indy wins this game outright. Jacksonville was in London for 2 straight weeks. Now they have to come home. Minshew revenge game because he will be the starter this week. Jonathan Taylor will be fully back in the fold this week, I do believe. Obviously, he played last week, but they're going to feed him this week.
Minshew should be a starter somewhere.
He's going to be this week, and he's going to kick the shit out of the Jaguars. I got the Colts, and I got the Colts by like 4 to 7 points. I think they won by a touchdown.
Hey, I hate to say it, I'm with you. I really like the Colts this weekend, and I take the Gardner Minshew
I would
bait
like
every
them.
time he plays.
I would like them a lot less if Anthony Richardson was playing this game. The fact that Minshew is playing this game means they're winning.
You convinced me. I like the Colts here. I think that, yeah, and what you said makes sense about them being in London for 2 weeks. They got used to it. They got adjusted to it. Now
They're stuck in that time zone. They have to fly back. It's a shorter week. They're not going to be fully into it. I don't even know when their bye week is. I love Indy in this spot.
Okay. I'm taking Indy.
Round of Indy.
I think 4.5. They could cover that 4.5 easily.
Oh, yeah. Minnesota at Chicago. Horrid game.
This has shootout written all over it.
Wow.
I'm taking the over for
Minnesota's
days.
only favored by 2.5.
Minnesota 2.5.
And it's only
at
44.5. The lock of the year might be this over.
Wow.
Like, after these teams, I know that they don't have Justin Jefferson. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He's out for at least 4 games. Of course, because he's on my fantasy team. Whatever. I think they still score points. So the Bears' defense is ass, right? We can assume that. The Bears have been playing well offensively. Minnesota's defense is ass. This is just a recipe for points.
I gotta bring it back to fantasy. I'm sorry. I lifted the curse this year.
You did.
I'm 2-0 against them in 2 different leagues.
Damn.
Yeah, we played in the same week in both leagues, right?
No, I played you the week before last week in
Yeah.
the other league. What happened this week? You just didn't put anyone in for Aaron Jones?
I didn't have anybody to.
You could have dropped someone on your bench.
Once I noticed, it was too late.
You gotta be better, man.
Yeah, I guess I should have picked up A.J. Dillon on Monday.
Well, you dropped AJ. Well, you couldn't have because he was on waivers, so that wasn't even an option.
Oh, well, like something. I should have picked up somebody that was playing
Amir
that night.
Abdullah, that
but,
was your only option.
mean-
but I was just
Nobody had Zach Moss.
no.
I saw
it was only
Green Bay's
Monday left.
defense in, and I was like, well,
Oh.
I hope,
So Monday, Aaron Jones got announced out. So Sunday I saw him, and then Sunday I was like, "Oh, you don't have a defense in," and then he was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that," and then he put a defense in, and I was like, "Motherfucker! I thought he would have noticed that. Like I thought you were planning on putting the Packers defense in anyway." So I was like, "Fuck! I'm gonna lose because I told him that he didn't have a defense in." Then later that day, Aaron Jones gets announced out, and I was like, "Yes, that's good karma for me." And then I was like, "Oh, he's just gonna pick up someone," and then you never picked.
Yeah,
up
I
anybody.
mean, dude, I've never been so bad in a fantasy. Like my heart's just like my heart and brain are just like I'm in denial.
Your team,
like in fucking denial.
yeah, your team's on life support right now.
It's insane. I'm my only hope is that everybody else's first and second round picks just get clapped by injuries the rest of the year.
That's a good thing to root for.
Deal.
Right?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Dude, I hope Bijan, McCaffrey, I hope their ACLs fall out of their legs. I hope Jamar Chase, don't break your neck because I want you to live, but maybe
Chase tries to go for a massage somewhere.
But yeah, I just want to let everyone know that I finally beat Antonio. So just in case you're wondering.
Wow.
Aw.
yeah.
So your pick for this game?
Yeah, who
Um,
I still hate
I'm
the
gonna take
Bears,
Minnesota.
so I'm taking Minnesota.
I think Minnesota wins this game, but I do think this over is free money.
I'm taking the Bears here. I hate it though. Is there a quinceanera?
I hate
out
that
there?
you're such a Bears guy.
Yeah.
I'm not though.
Yeah, but you kind of take them every week.
I take a lot of teams every week.
Fair.
Carolina. Speaking of teams I take every week. At Miami. Miami's a 13.5-point favorite. Over under's 48.5.
This
Tua's gonna
spot,
make Bryce's bitch.
this spot sucks for Carolina. This spot just sucks for them. Coming off that game last week, now they got to go to Miami and play this game.
I'm taking Carolina.
Does Miami play at home every week?
Yeah, they do. I'm taking Carolina.
Of
That's
course
funny.
you are.
That's so funny.
I'm taking Miami. This
Just
is
taking Miami. They can't
Take
cover.
the over as well because
Yeah,
they
Carolina
might
won't.
get 50 points on their own.
Carolina won't cover unless Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa, or Tyreek Hill get hurt,
Tyreek Hill or Tyreek Hill.
or Jalen Waddle.
That's true.
Like one of
Harper
those
Homer.
players has to get hurt in the first quarter if Carolina has any chance of covering this game.
Harper homered it out. I just threw up in my mouth. That was gross.
One more
Harper
time.
homered
What did-
again.
Again, yeah.
What is it? 9-1.
7-1.
Oh my god.
All right, we're not overthinking this game. Let's move
Well,
on.
I did, but okay.
No, you didn't overthink it. You went with what you.
I have to
normally-
stick to the program.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's working.
No.
Yeah.
Ah.
Next game.
Saints at Houston. Houston's a
Ew,
1.5 point
dude.
dog.
Yeah,
these
dude.
games are ass.
Can the Saints get like Houston? Whatever,
Sick
fine.
of it.
At least there's some interest there. But like, can New Orleans get out of my sight?
Yeah, they're not fun.
They're ugly. And then dropped a 34 spot.
I want to take Houston here, but it's just not the right pick.
I mean, 1.5. Like we're saying.
Yeah,
these
dude,
teams are
I
even.
agree with you. And these cities are kind of close to each other, and I feel like there's going to be more New Orleans fans there than Houston fans.
Derek Carr is like stinky though.
Yeah, he is. He is really stinky. I'm not into that anymore.
I disagree. I don't
But-
think he's stinky.
He hasn't been good. Like he had a good game against the Patriots last. Not even. He had like a fine game against the Patriots last week.
He's in a new system for the first time in his career. He was figuring it out.
You literally would. If Derek Carr was here, you'd marry him. You'd get down on one knee.
He's very good.
You might get down on
He
two
hung
knees.
34 on that Patriots defense,
Who
dude.
cares? He hung
That's
20.
not nothing.
He hung 27. There was a pick six.
It's not nothing.
Rar.
It's not nothing.
Who are you taking?
The fucking Saints.
You know what? Give me the fucking Texans because I can do whatever the fuck I want to.
I'm also gonna take the Texans.
This is just like people are loving the Texans lately, and
I think C.J. Stroud has a good
I
game
don't know.
in this spot.
I need someone to just suck my nipple until I pick a game correctly.
Once the camera goes off, I'll do that for you.
I feel like if someone just sucked it to, I'd be better. I just had to lock
If
in.
you did or just someone.
No, I need someone to do it to me.
Oh, I can do it.
All right,
It'll make you feel better.
Just-
I'm a team guy. You
just
know?
come hop in the middle.
I do whatever the team needs. Whatever you need to get
Wow,
going,
next game.
I'm willing to do it.
Oh, the next game. This is San Antonio special. Washington at Atlanta. All these teams are terrible.
Oh, I think you're talking about the other one.
Oh.
This week is
This is the
terrible.
last 1 o'clock game, though.
Yeah.
Don't throw me off.
Dude, this is where Atlanta's schedule gets like the easiest thing you have ever seen in your life.
They're in a good spot.
Ugh, like Atlanta, right?
Oh yeah, I think so. Well, I don't know. Is Washington? I feel like we
Washington
think
is such
Washington's
a night
terrible
and day
now, but
team.
like we don't know. They're terrible one week. They're not terrible one week.
Yeah,
Washington's a slot machine, dude. You never know what to expect
Is-
from them.
Bijan scores this week.
I said 2 last week. I really wish he'd got the second one, but whatever.
Mhm.
I'm taking Atlanta here. I liked Atlanta.
Yeah, me too.
Desmond Ritter sucks, but whatever.
He looks
I
like
don't
Tom
know.
Morello.
I don't know. Ron Rivera does really good as an underdog, so I'm gonna take him.
All right.
He's 58, 43, and 2 against the spread as an underdog.
Wow. All right.
All right.
Patriots.
You know, Sal. You know what Desmond Ritter looks like, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't he look just like that guy?
Kind of.
He looks fucking just like him.
Who is that?
That's Tom Morello
Was he like
from
the
Rage
Guitar Hero?
Against the Machine.
Was he the Guitar Hero guy or no?
Guitar
I don't
Hero
know.
guy.
I didn't
Yeah,
really-
he was on Guitar Hero 3. It was like the first boss you went up against.
Guitar Hero.
Oh, dude,
3
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero 3 was the greatest game like ever.
When you said that name, I was like, that sounds familiar. That's
Wow, what's the name of the song when you battle Tom Morello? Now I gotta know.
It's like.
Wow, wow. I won a guitar competition playing that song when I was
Really?
10. No shit.
No,
Yeah,
I
dude, I had the
remember
wah
his,
pedal and everything.
Through the
Bulls
Fire
on
and
Parade,
Flames.
yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bulls on Parade. Yeah.
Through the Fire and Flames. On Expert.
You have to be autistic to play that on Expert. Like, literally.
Dude, I liked rock. I didn't. You would think I'd be like such a Guitar Hero kid, but I had Rock Band.
No. You would be a rock band.
Yeah, you
kid.
definitely
Did you
are
have
a
the
rock
little
band.
fucking
Bruh,
drums?
I fucking loved
you had
the
the yeah, you had the drums. See, I know this guy.
Are you?
I played guitar as a kid, but I was like, dude, get me behind the drum set.
Did you have the
Yeah.
microphone or no?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We had everything.
Ugh. Like, how much did you were you jealous of the kids that had Rock Band, but like you had a Guitar
So
Hero?
jealous.
Dude, when you saw the drum set, you were
Yeah.
like, bro. Yeah, but then
No, Guitar Hero was sick.
Then
though.
Guitar Hero ended up having the drum set, but it didn't look as cool as the Rock
Yeah.
Band one.
It's true.
I had
You
I
look
had
like a
the
Ratchet
Beatles
and
rock, I
Clank
had the
type.
Beatles Rock Band.
Did you play Ratchet and Clank as a kid?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
You know what I want to go back and play?
What do you want
Am
to
I
go
too
back
young
and
for
play?
that?
Portal.
Portal's fun.
Portal's really good.
Portal 2?
Portal 2.
I thought that was like a recent game.
Nah.
I have it over there. Actually.
It's Antonio. It's like
I have the disc of
you
it.
start playing it and you're like, I don't understand this. And when you start understanding it, you're like, yo, this is crazy.
The
Like,
problem I have is I played it probably like 2 years ago. Like went back to it and played it. I have such a photographic memory that I like remember all the puzzles.
really?
So, yeah, so like I'll see it and I'll be like, oh, I remember this. I know
Yeah.
how to do it. And it sucks.
So then that's your Asperger's.
That is, yeah, that's where mine kicks in.
When I was like first starting video games, I played so much Crash Bandicoot and so much Mario.
Mario was the.
I never
the
played
shit.
Mario.
I
I just played the
I still
Crash
fucking
Bandicoot.
love Mario.
Should I ask
Crash
her
is
Dan,
awesome.
Should I ask her Dan what everyone played as their favorite character? Because I've done that 2 weeks in a row now.
For Crash Bandicoot?
For
Or
Mario.
For Mario Kart?
Anyways, New England at Las Vegas. New England's a 3-point dog. Over under is 41.5.
This fucking game. These games.
Yeah, but at least it's like Josh McDaniels and...
Matt Jones has yet to cover as a underdog.
All right, so here's the thing is I pick against Vegas every week, and I pick the Patriots every week.
So I wonder who you're picking here.
I'm gonna pick the I'm not picking Josh McDaniels dumbass against
This
Bill
is
Belichick.
this is such a storyline game because Bill is in the dumps and Josh McDaniels is just going to shit on him this week.
Oh,
The Raiders are going to win this game by like 35 points.
I'm sick of, here's the thing. Here's what I'm sick of. Okay, so the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I wouldn't count the game against the Jets because they were winning against the Jets. But I'm sick and tired. I was sick and tired of trying to just defend the Patriots, and then I was off of them. But then I was like, okay, they're playing the Saints. The Saints are bad. Then they lose to the Saints.
Not only lose, get mollywopped.
How can Josh McDaniels beat this team 30-0?
Because this is a new era and the Patriots are the worst team in the league.
I'm taking the Patriots. This one, okay. Here's the thing. I have an addiction to the
Vegas
Patriots.
sucks, dude.
I have an addiction to the Patriots. I'm willing to admit it.
If you look...
This is my last time, and I promise I can
Sure.
stop when I want.
Okay, sure.
We'll have an interview, dude. If the Patriots lose,
And you pick him again, I'm slapping you.
if the Patriots lose by 3 touchdowns or more,
You're not allowed to date him again.
I'm not allowed to take them again, and we have to have an intervention
If
on
you
next week's episode.
If you look at Vegas' schedule, they can get right back in this, like right back on the horse, because they play New England, Chicago, Detroit's a hard game,
They're not beating Detroit.
but then they go Giants, Jets, Miami.
They're not beating the Jets.
They're beating the Giants and the Jets.
No, they're not going to beat
Who?
the Jets.
The Patriots?
No, the Raiders.
The Raiders?
I don't know.
I
They're
don't
still,
want to hear you try to make a case that they're going to make the playoffs.
They're not
I-
making the playoffs.
I think they have a chance.
I don't even want to hear it.
I think they have a chance. It starts this week with
So-
That would be
so.
so gross.
They're dog shit.
That would mean
They're
there's like
not dog
that would
shit.
mean there's like good teams that aren't going to make the playoffs because the Raiders would get a wild card.
I'm just saying.
Josh
don't,
Jacobs
don't be
has
surprised.
the
That'd be
fewest
so
yards per
fucking
carry in the
stupid.
league
They're awful.
after having one of the best seasons last year.
All right,
He got
okay,
paid.
all right, okay,
They're actually the worst
okay,
team in
all right.
football.
God,
Hey.
fuck me that I said
Shut
that.
up.
All right.
They're the worst team I've ever seen.
They're the worst team ever. They're
Detroit
so
at Tampa. Tampa's a 3-point dog.
Wow, I want to take Tampa so bad.
Over unders 43.5. This is like a very beautiful game for some reason to me. Like
You're a beautiful man.
This is an exciting game.
it is an exciting game. I'm taking
Tampa.
I wonder if it's the colors. That's why.
Even though
this
Yeah,
game's-
that's- it's a
Detroit,
beautiful-
though
yeah.
Detroit's the right pick. Tampa. But Detroit's like really the right pick.
I love Detroit.
I'm taking Detroit here.
I should have taken them last week, but since you're in Detroit, I didn't take.
Why do I hate
I knew-
Tampa off a
but
bye?
I knew
Why
that
do I
was the
hate
worst
this team
pick.
off a bye?
I knew that was the worst pick ever.
Right?
Wait, what happened?
Tampa's off a bye. Why do
Yeah.
I hate this team off a bye?
I don't know.
That's
Hmm?
like normally that's like a
Bowles
good
is
thing.
one of the worst coaches in the NFL as an underdog. He's 14-37 straight up, 20-28-3 against the spread as an underdog. So he's
I
one
don't
of the
know.
worst.
I'm not gonna play stupid games. Detroit's really good. I think they're really good. They're gonna cover.
I'm taking Detroit also. Which I didn't think I was going to say.
Like they're probably gonna be a top 2 seed.
Baker Mayfield off extended rest is 6-11 against the
not that.
spread.
Nolan?
He's ranked 212th of 217 quarterbacks in the last 20 years coming off a bye against the spread.
Nolan?
Detroit. I picked them already.
Nolan?
What?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
I picked them before you guys went on your little...
Round of Detroit.
I thought, what? You didn't pick Tampa?
No, I really wanted to, but I
You
don't know.
didn't pick Tampa?
Detroit's really good. Like they're really good,
They are.
and
They're for real.
I've accepted that.
They're for real.
You guys are going to love this one.
Yeah.
What am I going to love about it?
Philly at the Jets.
If you take the Jets, I swear
Oh,
to God.
he's taking the Jets.
I
Philly
swear.
-7. Over under 41.
This is the most Sal spot
Make a
you've
ca-
ever seen
make
for
a
him to
case.
take the Jets.
Jets. Jets.
Get shit.
I
on.
don't know that they win the game, but they're covering 7.
What's your reasoning?
That the Eagles are scoring no more than 16 points in this game.
Why?
They have the personnel to stop this team. Like this is like the worst possible like defensive team the Eagles can play for this team. I love +7 here. I love the under even more, but I love +7 here.
If the Jets didn't win last week,
You'd be all over them.
I'd be with you.
Okay.
Philly's
Philly's a wagon. I understand.
Philly is top 3 teams. Some could argue the top team in the NFL. There is no way in hell.
This is by far the best defense they've faced all year, though.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
They're gonna struggle this week. I know for a fact they're gonna struggle this week.
I mean,
I
they
don't-
struggled against the Patriots.
Antonio, I don't even want to play Jalen Hurts in fantasy. Like that's how bad I think they're
Wow.
gonna play this week.
Well,
And
I
it's-
mean,
They
it's
might
not-
struggle in the
that-
first
And
half.
it's not like I think they're gonna lose. I just know they're not. The Jets are obviously not putting up a lot of points on this defense. I'm not delusional. I completely understand that. I just don't think the Eagles get more than 16 or 17 points in this game. I think it's like 16-14, 16-10, something like that.
oh, you know why I'm picking against the Jets? So today, apparently, they sent a message out to their loyal season ticket holders that pay them, that give them their money every single year to watch miserable fucking football. And they told all of their fans they have to put in, like, they're going to get an invoice and for the payment and what it's going to be and what installment plan you want to choose. And you have to put in your first payment by November 13th for next year. And do you know what it was before that? When you had to make your first payment? May.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh my God, we got all these new season ticket holders because of Aaron Rodgers. We better fucking lock them in for next year.
That's so dumb.
So stupid. The New York teams are really good at fucking over their loyal fans that
Evan Neal.
that hold season tickets. The Giants aren't as bad with the season ticket shenanigans, but the Mets and the Jets get fucking wonky, and so do the Yankees.
So the Jets,
So because of that, you're taking the Eagles.
Well, that and I hate the Jets.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm taking the Eagles here. I'm not gonna overthink this one. Also, the Jets have never beaten the Eagles in the regular season.
Oh.
12 regular season matchups. The Eagles have won all of them.
Now I love the Jets.
Oh, another like
It's
faded
about to
New
be
York
13.
sports thing that I heard today. So I was listening to Tiki Barber and Evan, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, on the fan, and they have like a breaking news like sound. Like they'll do like a glass shattering, and then someone will go breaking news, and he goes, the first major domino for the Yankees to fall this offseason, announced by Hal Steinbrenner today. And I was in the shower, and I was like, oh my God! Say they fired Cashman, and they said they are installing a new dining hall and nap rooms in their clubhouse.
Nap room.
Nap rooms.
Or like overnight like
They were
bedrooms.
They were
in their
making
fucking
fun of that,
clubhouse.
right? Like that was the whole shtick.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
were making
okay.
fun of that.
All right.
But it's like the Yankees suck at PR.
Yeah.
They really do.
The Yankees just suck in general.
They suck in general, but they're really bad when it comes to PR and when they say things and when they announce things. You're a fan, you don't want to fucking hear about that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're paying $40 to get a bucket of chicken
Yeah,
and a soda.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, nap room.
That's crazy.
Yeah, as
That's
if there
so
wasn't-
Yankees.
As if there wasn't already nothing to do when you're playing baseball. They're just like, we'll give them nap rooms.
Yeah, I mean,
They
Aaron
come in,
Judge.
they're like, all right, everybody, nap time.
Aaron Judge's pay $40 for chicken, so Aaron Judge's pillow can be soft.
Yeah.
All right,
Next game.
last 425. Damn. Arizona at the Rams. Rams are -7. Over under 48.5. I feel like this game's real easy. Is it not just the Rams big?
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I read that wrong. For some reason, I was reading it that LA was +7. That would be insane.
Never.
But yeah, they're gonna crap on.
Yeah, I
them.
think the water's finding its level in terms of this Cardinals team.
Yeah.
I think that they're slowly just reverting back to the worst team in the NFL. Yeah, I mean, the Rams, on paper, outmatched them in every single category.
Well, if you can keep Matt Stafford protected, he's going to put up numbers, and I don't think Arizona's
Yeah.
going to have the pass rush to get
and
after
Cooper
him.
Kupp is starving.
Well, these receivers on this team are just always open, so it's like if it's not Cooper Kupp,
I mean, it's
find
still
Puka.
Sean McVay's still there.
Yeah.
This is another one we don't overthink here.
I like the Rams, and I like the Rams big, and I feel like this is a good teaser spot too. Tease the Rams down to a -1.
Brown Rams.
Buffalo at the Giants at Buffalo, the Antonio Bowl. Giants are +14. Over unders 44.5. Antonio, why are the Giants
My
covering
two
this
favorite
game?
teams. The Giants are covering this game. Let me tell you.
Why?
Tyrod Taylor's going to be starting this football game. On Sunday night.
Oh, so revenge game.
Revenge game.
Okay, I think
The team that he brought to the playoffs for the first time in over, I think it was 19 years. I think that was what the streak was at.
I think I'm on
But-
board with that.
Offensive coordinators going back to Buffalo. Brian Daboll's going back to Buffalo. And honestly, I kind of like the Giants' offense a little better right now with Tyrod Taylor in there.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with Antonio. He just convinced me.
Bro, so Tyrod also came in last year when Jones had to sit out for like 2 drives. And Tyrod, he got hurt for the season. But in the 2 drives that he was on, he was throwing the ball like way downfield and he looked really good. And then he was just out.
I mean, like, so Jones is like
But he
the
looked all right
worst.
Sunday, too.
He's the worst quarterback, even worse than Kirk Cousins in prime time.
Oh, yeah.
But now that Tyrod Taylor's in there, they've gotten rid of like the curse of the primetime game. So I think that they could cover.
I like the Giants.
They're going to cover.
14 points is a lot of points.
I like the Giants.
They might win.
This is the NFL.
They might win this game.
They might
No,
win.
they're not winning.
They might win.
Let's not. See, you had me. You had me. Don't push me off now.
I mean, the Bills, they lost their 2 best defensive players within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're a hospital now.
They are a hospital. And you know what? That really sucks because I'm always pushing for the Bills to win a Super Bowl. And now I just don't see it.
I don't see it now. No.
I don't hate Giants money line in this game.
Sprinkle a little bit on it.
$20. $20, make yourself, I don't know, 90.
I think the Bills win by 3.
All right.
Wow.
This
So you're
game,
picking
this game on Monday night. What the hell is this? Dallas at the Chargers. This is the Kellen
This
Moore
doesn't
Bowl.
exist.
Over
The
unders
Kellen Moore Bowl.
over unders 50.5. Giants. Dallas is a 2.5 point favorite. I really like the Chargers here, but it's not correct. So I need to know why it's not correct.
I also feel like it's not correct, but I'm not taking Dallas.
This is like faded coaching matchup of the year.
Of this century, bro.
Like this is like
I guess you just have to take the points in that situation, no?
Is Kellen gonna be like low key head coaching this game?
Probably.
he's low key head coaching every game.
Yeah.
When he was on Dallas and when now that he's on the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers. Like, fuck all that. Like, they're gonna move the ball.
Dallas might be like a little stinkier than we thought going into this season
Yeah,
too.
I
well,
jumped.
they've kind of been a hospital too.
Yeah, but fuck Dallas.
They've
I
had a
ju-
lot of injuries to
I
their
jumped the
offensive
gun
line.
on the Dallas Super Bowl, so we're gonna pretend that I didn't say that like 3 episodes ago and stick to my original.
I
book.
think that they still have the recipe for it.
Ugh. Then they have to win this game. If they're going to the Super Bowl, they have to win this game.
Sal walked in, so like a lot of us had everybody that I was with actually had the Cowboys on Sunday night, and Sal walks in, and I said to him like, "Dude, we bet on Dak Prescott."
Yeah. Do you know how bad that is? Do you know how bad of a feeling that is?
And before you got there, I said that to Mike, and he was like, "I don't want to talk about it."
But like you're sitting there before the game and you're just like, oh, Cowboys plus 3.5, and it's not like you don't think about who's on the team, but then like you sit down and you watch your drive and you're like, oh wait, I need Dak Prescott to move the ball. You're like, no,
Bro, once they were down by 2 touchdowns,
You knew it was over.
all of us
Yeah.
were like, he doesn't really do the comeback.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I have the Chargers.
I also have the Chargers.
Yes.
Round?
Round of Chargers.
Sheesh.
As much as I hate that, but whatever.
This is the biggest pick 3 of my life.
Yeah, you got a lot to play for this week. You gonna go first?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Seattle plus 3.
Okay.
I love that pick. And I
Okay.
also love Indy plus 4.
Okay.
And I love Baltimore minus 4.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. Don't
Not
overthink.
even thinking about it.
Don't overthink, just shoot. That's what I'm doing this week. Baltimore, Seattle, Indy. Those are my 3 picks. I'm hoping 2-1. If I go 2-1, I'll be happy this week.
What do you got over there, Antonio?
I love the New York Giants plus 14. I'm going to throw them in there this week.
Gross.
It's so annoying because he's right.
So annoying because it's gross.
What were yours, Sally? You said
Indy, Seattle, Baltimore.
Yeah, I knew Indy was in there. I kind of want to throw Indy in there, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it to the Jags like that. I will. I feel like it's kind of a risky one, but I like the Rams.
I thought about them, but like
I know taking a 2 and 3 team to cover a
Yeah.
-7 spread is not smart. Regardless, I'm doing it. And what's the third game? Am I taking another big spread? No, it's not San Francisco. Should I ride with JR? Should I?
San Fran.
Yeah.
Ugh. I guess. If you want.
No.
No.
No, it's Indy. It's
Thank you.
just the other. It's the smartest pick left on there if I'm going to put for my 3 quote unquote best bets of the weekend.
Okay.
So it was New York, it was LA, and it was Indianapolis.
All right. Me, number 1. Cincinnati minus 2.5. They've gotten on their horse.
Thought about it.
They're ready to go. I love them in that spot.
It's 3, just so you know. but
3,
I know
whatever.
You're not changing.
It's never gonna change.
Fuck you, man.
What
fuck
do you? What?
Fuck you.
Why?
Get
Fuck
fucked.
you.
Why?
Just fuck you.
Why do you hate that so much?
No,
Because you
just
love the Seahawks?
No, but like, I can't lose. I can't lose again. I'm gonna lose if you
Hey.
take Cincinnati.
No, you're not.
Ah.
Cincinnati, you are losing, but
Did
Yeah.
they take all your money last weekend? Are
Who?
are you fucked?
They take all my money every weekend. There's not a weekend where they don't take my money.
number 2, Detroit minus 3.5. I love them in this spot. I don't really like Tampa. I think Detroit's for real. And that's what I'm gonna do. And last but not least, give me San Francisco minus 7.
Wow.
Fuck the Browns. The Browns are bad. San Fran is rolling, and I don't think the Browns are going to stop them.
Prop.
Prop flop.
Devontae Adams touchdown.
Love it.
Maybe 2.
Cooper Cup touchdown is what I have.
I'm going to your game. Jamar's gonna have another one.
Yeah, that's easy. Not like it's not a good pick, but like that, he's definitely having one.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Or is that like a Joe Mixon game? where he finally does like 2 or 3.
Could be.
Ugh.
He
Yeah,
hasn't.
he's
Yeah.
gonna have one of
Oh,
those.
2-yard Joe.
2-yard
Yeah,
Joe.
2-yard Joe for
You
a
love-
2-yard running.
You love 2-yard Joe. I know nothing else.
Me neither.
Go Diamond Bowers.
Go Diamondbacks. All right. Over and out.